Hello, Mr. Pinnick and Miss Taylor. How y'all doing today?
We're doing
Good,
good.
thank you.
Everything's good.
Yeah, how you been feeling, Mom?
Oh, I'm feeling big.
Well, you at the last stretch, so I mean, I know you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, most definitely. At this point, I'm just tired. A lot of last
Yeah,
minute.
I hear you. I hear you. And nobody really asks, but how's Dad doing?
I'm doing all right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
yeah,
asking. Yeah,
yeah. We always ask about moms, and sometimes we forget about the dads, so we can't, forget about you guys.
right.
But thank you again for coming in for your second session. I appreciate having this time to just kind of be a vessel for y'all during y'all relationship. And so we're just gonna jump right in. I know I shared kind of what we're gonna be talking about today, but we're moving forward with just trying to make sure you guys have some effective communication tools. So we wanted to do this intervention called Hope Intervention, where basically one person will speak on a particular topic, and it sounds like Ms. Taylor, you have something that you want to talk about. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll be the speaker, and then Mr. Pinnick, you'll be the listener. And I gave you some context behind what that's going to look like. So, at any time during the session, if you think you need me to kind of reiterate what it is that we're going to be communicating on or how to go about it, just ask me. But ultimately, I'll just be observing you guys and just kind of seeing how you guys communicate. Okay.
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 All
Um,
right. So, Miss Taylor, you can start.
yeah. Pretty much. Um, I have a older sibling. My sister, and I mean, we didn't, of course, really grow up together like that. Um, back then, just because we have same father, different mother, and she pretty much lost her mother and her brother in a fire when she was younger, and which allowed my father to pretty much step up in her life and pretty much just be there for her every step of the way because she didn't have her mother growing up. And our relationship has been, I want to say, like on an on and off type of situation where um she just kind of look at things a little bit different based off of like the women that were like in our father's life, where sometimes she feels some type of way where she wants to kind of bring up the past and how she felt back then. And you know pretty much where we at right now is she reached out to my father, talking to him about being invited to the baby shower and why she wasn't invited. And I mean, like I said, we didn't have little hiccups in our relationship, far as, with us being siblings and everything, where we just kind of fall off due to her, not even like myself. But, and I kind of spoke to my father about it and told him, like, I don't look to invite her, just due to the fact of where we stand at. And, I haven't spoken to her in a good amount of time. So it's just like, I felt as though if she really wanted to kind of rekindle something, don't try to rekindle something going through dad. If you had something to say, more so, I felt as though she should have just came to me personally and reached out to have a conversation instead of, her reaching out to dad and telling me, oh, she was crying about it and how she got so much going on. And now she kind of just want to rekindle, that sister bond relationship where it's just like you keep coming in and out and you can't keep coming in and out of someone's life and thinking, when it's right for you to just jump right back in and someone's supposed to just accept you like that. So, I pretty much just told my father that, she wasn't invited. And don't know if the relation if it got back to her or not, but that's pretty much what's going on at this point in time.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. And Mr. Pinnock, what did you gather from that as far as what you
So
heard?
what I heard is she has a sister that lost her mom when she was young. Um, which seems like father stepped up more within her life and had different situations, probably with different women throughout being in her life. I'm not sure exactly where the disconnect exactly come from between you guys, but you guys have some sort of disconnect off and on situations between the two of you guys. And it seems as if she feels as if whenever things is in a position where she feels like she wants to include herself, she comes back around, but then when it's not fitting for her, she might disappear, or just doesn't agree with you. And now that you're having a baby shower, it seems like a fitting moment for her to come back around. And it's like for you, you don't agree to that. So she came to your father hoping that he can talk to you and invite her to the baby shower because she doesn't understand why she wasn't invited. And more so for you, it's just like it's it kind of seems like it's bigger than that for you. It's not just the you're not invited just because. It's like if you wanted to be invited, if anything, you should have came and spoke to me and we could have dealt with this as sisters. But you're going through other channels to have information come to me where it's not really, it doesn't seem right. So for you, it's like I'm all set until you're ready to have the conversation with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. And what do you think, Miss Taylor? Did he capture everything you was trying to say?
Yeah, we definitely did. Yeah.
Okay. And how did that feel to communicate with him the way you did so openly and he gave you just like a clean slate to speak without interrupting?
Um, I mean, it felt good to be able to get that off my chest and for him to really sit there and hear me out. If you ask me, I've always felt like he is a good listener in general. So with him actually being able to, mirror everything that I pretty much spoke about, I could see that he hears exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. And I get that too from you, Mr. Pinnock, because even from our first session, you guys gave each other the same opportunity to speak without interrupting. The Bible says be quick to listen and to be slow to speak if you're going to have any type of relationship with anyone, whether we're talking about the father from a religious perspective or in an intimate relationship. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that this is very pivotal in your communication. So I think if you guys continue this like type of communication, this is called hope intervention, but it's like you guys already have it. But it's always something to think about if you ever have like any conflict before you kind of go into it and try to like get to the head of whatever your conflict is about. Stop for a second and say, hey, what do we want to talk about? And then let one person talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
take a moment, listen, and then it's just a great way to really like hear each other out versus kind of talking at each other. Does that
Mm-hmm.
make sense?
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that you guys are really on a good path to just having a really conducive, healthy relationship. Even from before when you guys were just talking about, you were trying to figure out like how to manage, do you stay at the job? Do you take the new job? By the way, is there updates with that? Or are you guys still trying to figure out what's the best course to take?
We kind of figured that out where I'm just taking the time from this job before moving on. Spoke to the new job and they're just gonna put me at a later start date.
Good. And how do you feel about that? Because I know you had some qualms with talking about potentially being burnt out, but you still wanted to try
Well,
to.
if for me, if anything, The biggest hiccup in anything is just my current job itself right now. It's like they feel like in some ways they feel like I let them down. They're not completely saying it, but I can see it. I can see how they're reacting to certain things and how they're moving. And there's
Mm,
just so much where it's like for the past couple of years that I've been there, I've helped them out more than anyone. And
mm,
it more so seems like they're more hurt that I'm leaving, but the way they're showing it, it seems like a tit for tat type of situation where I'm just like, you know what? I'm not really, I can battle back and forth with you guys, but I'm just waiting to go
Mhm.
on my leave and just go. So as long as I still get my paternity leave, I'm okay. That's my biggest thing right now. So just I'm just working my way out. 3 more weeks until leave starts, so I'm just there one day at a time.
good,
Yeah,
good. Well, that's good. I'm glad you was able to come to some type of conclusion around that. And
yeah,
I knew you guys had it already because you guys were talking through it literally during the session. And sometimes that's all it takes, just like getting it out of your system. And when you get it out of your system, everything that you already need to do in terms of decision making is within us. So, but
Right.
that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And I know you both are looking forward to maternity leave and meeting your new one.
right, right.
So, but that's exciting. So we have, because you guys have been doing so great with this couples counseling, there's just one more session we have. It'll be not next week, but the following week, similar to the past two, just a quick little video. That one will be more so focused on creating some type of like what they call memorial to kind of solidify what the counseling session meant to you. So I'll send you something in contact by email so that you know kind of what it is so that you can plan. But we'll just talk about that and it'll be really just a little graduation session and be done unless you guys had anything else. But I think you guys are doing great. Keep up the great work. Keep communicating and talking to each other. So that's
Okay.
all I have for today. Unless y'all had anything else.
Okay.
Well,
No,
that's it.
that's it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish y'all all the best.
Thank
All
you.
right.
All right. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
You as
See you
well.
then.
All right. Thank you.